What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? Miss Jackie O passed away about a month ago, and she left behind her partner, DC Youngfly, and their 3 children. Fast forward a couple of weeks after her death, DC Youngfly gave an emotional tribute at her funeral. Some people felt that his tribute was a little too humorous. Thought it was a little too on the light side. And since then, there have been people questioning his love for her. Like, was he sad enough? The audacity. Fam, do you know how self-righteous you have to be to call yourself checking someone who is grieving in the only way that they know how to grieve, in the way that they know how to grieve? How you gonna put a meter on somebody's grief? That was the mother of that man's children. They were together when she died. We know he didn't do anything to her. We know it wasn't any foul play. We know he wasn't with her for her money. He had his own money. We know that we've seen them time and time again, at least from what we saw. They seem to have a very loving relationship. Why not leave it at that, man, and be happy? You know, why not leave it at that and be happy for them? And why not leave it at that and just be supportive of DC and the family? You know, why introduce all of this negativity when this man has lost one of the most important people in his life? Y'all listen to me and listen to me carefully. You cannot tell a person how to grieve. I learned that the hard way. When my mother died, her twin brother, my favorite uncle, did not even show up at the funeral. Boy, I was hot. I mean, I was hot because they were close. He even lived with us when I was very young at one point. He's the guy who taught me how to box. That was my childhood hero. He didn't show up at his twin sister's funeral? You know, what kind of brother is that? So I was hot for about a whole year straight. And one time I seen him at my sister's house. And I pulled him to the side and talked to him. He told me he couldn't see my mother lying in that casket. Think about it, fam. The man knew my mother longer than I knew her. He got more memories, perhaps, of her than I do. Who the hell am I to tell this man how to grieve? My uncle went to train one of his fighters, not train, but one of his fighters had a fight that weekend, and he went out of town. And I thought about it as time went by and I started losing more and more people. I learned that an idle mind is really the devil's workshop. And for me, therapy was like getting my mind on something else, being busy, like busying myself. And the one thing that I always was able to busy myself with anytime that there was death in the family, that was a big loss, was my music. That was my escape. My uncle's a boxing trainer. Training fighters is his escape. Oh man, heavy. But yeah, stop that, man. Stop it. And Look here, y'all do me a favor. If y'all see somebody out there, you know, trying to talk slick about DC and how he's, you know, being funny, or he seemed to be a little too, taking it too light or whatever, man, destroy him. Destroy him, but you ain't got to put your hands on him. Just hit him with something like, shut up, clown, you know, or something, anything, uncivilized, mutt, be quiet. You don't know what that man going through. And the same thing if you see it in the future. Now, we understand sometimes for some people, they welcome death to their partners. But that's not the situation. I don't think that that's even remotely this situation. I think DC is being authentically DC. DC is a funny dude. He's a comedian, and he loves to laugh. You don't hardly ever see DC not joking around, even when stuff is really, really serious. I've seen him in situations where things were really, really serious, and he would make light of it, but at the same time, he'd be serious. So that's how I took it when he was speaking at Jackie O's tribute, you know, at the funeral. You know, he was serious, but he was making light of it. He was not necessarily making light of it, but he was being lighthearted about it. But he was dead serious about his feelings. That's the way it came across with me. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Damn.